Hey there! If you're looking to master truly natural native-like English expressions, especially for when you're just hanging out and talking with friends, well, you are in the exact right place. In today's explainer, we're breaking down two incredibly common, yet easily confused, phrases that pop up all the time in everyday casual conversations. We're going to look at the lowdown versus the rundown. If you've ever wanted to know exactly how to catch up with your friends naturally, efficiently, and, with all the right nuances, let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Picture this highly relatable scenario. You missed a really fun event last night. Maybe you had to work late, or honestly, maybe you were just way too tired to go out. But today, you're catching up with a friend who was actually there, and you desperately want to know what happened. So what exactly do you ask them? Do you ask for a basic summary of the night? Or do you demand the juicy gossip? It turns out, picking the right word here completely changes the type of story your friend is going to tell you.
Difference between the two expressions. Now, it's super common for English learners and honestly, even native speakers sometimes to cross their wires when asking for an update, mostly because these two terms sound so similar, but they serve very, very different purposes. A rundown is your neutral, high-level summary. It's totally objective. The lowdown, however, is secretive. It is the juicy inside scoop. You're asking for the hidden truth here. So essentially, one asks for the boring details, while the other basically begs for the drama.
Section 2. Rundown. An objective summary.
Let's start by establishing a clear baseline of objective facts. So, what exactly is a rundown? Well, think of it as a brief summary or an explanation. It's the basic, neutral bullet points of an event. Who was there? What time did it start? Where did everyone go afterwards? It is strictly structured, high-level information that is completely free of any secrets, gossip, or controversy.
Because of that, you'll actually hear this a lot in professional or structured settings. For example, you might say, "Can you give me a quick rundown of what I missed at the meeting?" In this context, you aren't asking for secretive insights into, say, the boss's mood. You literally just want to know the agenda items you missed. It's safe, it's neutral, and it gets you up to speed really quickly.
Section 3. Lowdown. Secret inside stories.
But let's be real here. Sometimes the basic facts are just a little boring. That's where the lowdown comes in. It goes way beyond the facts. It is the real, complete truth, containing all those insider details, the inside scoop. When you ask your friend for the lowdown, you are directly signaling to them that you want the secretive, unknown, and totally fascinating details that not everyone else in the room got to hear. You want the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Just notice how the tone shifts when you use it. Give me the lowdown. What really happened at the party last night? You kind of naturally emphasize that word really. Friends use this all the time to beg for the drama, the juicy details, or just a genuinely interesting story. You're essentially saying to them, look, I know the party happened, but tell me the secret stuff.
Section 4. Conversation simulation with friends.
Seeing a step-by-step conversation play out is absolutely the best way to master these natural expressions for catching up with friends. So let's look at this role play. Here's friend number 1. They jump right in, saying, "Hey, I couldn't make it last night. Give me the lowdown. What did I miss?" Notice how they don't even bother asking for a summary first. They just assume something exciting must have happened, so they jump straight to demanding that juicy inside scoop.
But friend number 2 is pretty clever. They reply, "Do you want all the details or just a quick rundown?" And this is incredibly smart communication because, when someone says, "Give me the lowdown," they might not realize just how much information they're actually asking for. Clarifying whether they want the basic timeline first, the rundown, really helps structure the story perfectly.
And then, friend number 1 gives pretty much the most natural response you will ever hear in spoken English. Start with a rundown, but then I want to hear the juicy stuff. This highlights a really great reality of casual conversation. We almost always want both, right? Give me the basic timeline so I understand the context, and then hit me with the drama.
So friend number 2 delivers the rundown. So, I was at Jake's place, music was great, a lot of people showed up, and everything was pretty chill at first. See how these are completely neutral, factual details? Who, what, where, there's no drama here, just the bullet points.
Now, what's really interesting here is how the listener explicitly shifts the gear of the conversation. Okay, sounds normal so far. Now, give me the lowdown. They've patiently listened to the boring facts, the foundation has been completely laid out, and now they are explicitly demanding the hidden secrets.
And friend number 2 totally delivers. Well, around midnight, 2 people got into an argument and drinks were spilled and it kind of turned into a scene. Now that is the lowdown.
Now, our source material actually makes a really funny joke here. They point out that a scene with spilled drinks and an argument could literally just be little kids fighting over juice at a toddler's birthday party. But regardless of whether it's a crazy college party or a kid's birthday, the lowdown is always where the drama lives.
Section 5. Cautions when using lowdown.
Now, because the lowdown specifically deals with secrets and inside information, there are a few important social rules and nuances you really need to be aware of before you start tossing the word around. First, beware of malicious gossiping. Asking for the lowdown should be about sharing an interesting story, not tearing somebody down. Second, and this is absolutely crucial, do not share confided secrets. If a friend tells you something in private and asks you not to share it, that is a lowdown you absolutely must keep to yourself. You definitely don't want to be known as the person who immediately betrays trust just to tell a good story. And finally, avoid causing public embarrassment. Knowing the lowdown comes with a bit of social responsibility. Use it to share fun, crazy, or interesting updates, but always protect the confidences of your friends.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. You now know exactly how to structure a natural catch-up conversation in English. You know how to ask for the basic bullet point facts, and you know how to safely and naturally demand the juicy inside scoop. So think about the next time you meet up with a friend to hear about an event you missed. The neutral rundown or the juicy lowdown, which one are you going to ask for? Keep practicing these phrases in your everyday chats, and I will see you in our next explainer.
Got it! What's up? Catch up! Aha!